You know, I stayed away for a couple of days from this Walter Scott issue that's been going on. If you guys are not familiar with what happened, Walter Scott was driving his car. He got pulled over, so-called, for having a broken tail light, which has recently been cleared up that the tail light was not broken. One thing led to another. Walter Scott took off running. Uh, White police officer, and I say white for a reason, chased Walter Scott, and from what I saw from the video, wrongfully shot this man down. And you know, it's just another form of misconduct by the police. You know, I've done several videos on misconduct. I did a video a couple of weeks ago about the LAPD gunning down a homeless man in downtown LA. So it's just, you know, it's a repetitive thing that's going on out here with you know, bad police conduct and them using their firearms unjustly and targeting and racially profiling black men especially. And you know, the officer gunned Walter Scott down, you know, ultimately killing him. It was a bystander on the side that recorded the whole thing. There was an object that was dropped by Walter Scott's body, which I don't know if that's been cleared up as to what object that was, but there was some type of object that was dropped next to him, and it could have been a cover up for the police officer, or you know, whatever he was trying to do. But you know, from the video and from what we saw, he had no right to shoot this man. He claimed that Walter Scott had took his taser, or you know, some type of bullshit like that. But you know, it's all coming out to be fraudulent, and the man is being charged on murder, as he rightfully should be. But you know, I've been watching a lot of news coverage, and you know, things that's going on, and Walter Scott's family was on the news and stuff, and you know, they were saying, "Oh, we forgive the officer," and et cetera, et cetera. And you know, one thing that irritates me about situations like this, when our people are gunned down or wrongfully killed, is that, you know, our people, we have kind of like this turn the other cheek mindset. And I've talked about this, several other YouTubers have talked about this issue. And, you know, it seems like our people are gunned down left and right. You know, they're killing our kids. They're killing our fathers. You know, they're attacking black women on the freeway. You know, I mean, every day we are harassed by the police department. It doesn't matter where you go in the country, we are harassed. And it seems like when things are done to us, we have this, you know, well, we have to pray, we have to turn the other cheek. I forgive my assaulter, or, you know, yeah, they killed my son, they killed my daughter, or my father, etc., etc. And we have this, you know, oh, we just got to pray and march, and we just have to, you know, keep on pushing. And I think that's a terrible mindset to have. And, you know, that's why I got upset with that whole Isaiah Washington thing that I did a couple of days ago. And you know, I sat back and thought about it, and you know, I did look at the video multiple times, and you know, maybe I did jump the boat a little bit by calling Isaiah Washington a coon, but I still feel like he was being unmanly, because there's a lot of people within the black community that have kind of a passive mindset. They feel like, oh, well, we have to adapt, or we have to, you know, adjust what we do, how we operate in this country, for the so-called dominant society. And you know, it's just it's a terrible mindset to have. And I was reading something on Walter Scott's brother, and he was saying that he doesn't think that, you know, the officer stopped him because he was a black man. He said he does think it was racial profiling, but he says he doesn't think that he got pulled over simply because he was a black man, because he's seen Hispanics get pulled over too. And I had an issue with that statement. And the issue I had is that, why are you trying to deflect what the real issue is and trying to add another ethnicity or nationality into our issues? Nobody deals with issues the way black Americans deal with them day in and day out in this country. And we have people who purposely or accidentally include other people into our struggle, and those people come in like the gay community, like the, you know, the Hispanic community, and etc., etc. They come in, use us for their agenda, get what they want, and then they bounce. And then when the next crime is happening, or you know, our children are being gunned down and killed by the police, where's everybody at? When black women are being insulted in the media or portrayed out here in a negative form, where are all these people at? But it seems like with us, we have like this fighting cause to include everybody else when nobody includes us. And you know, that's my issue with, you know, a lot of this that's been going on with this case. And you know, like I said, they've told everyone now that there was no broken tail light. So that leads us to think, you know, why did he really pull him over? And we know why. You know, I don't need, if you a black American, you know why. But you know, it's just, this is a reoccurring thing, and you know, it's becoming sickening. And it frustrates me, and it frustrates a lot of other black Americans out here that, you know, want better for our people and want our people to wake up and combat a lot of this that's going on out here within our society. And I hear people talking about, oh, well, you know, President Obama should come out and, you know, say something or whatever. President Obama's not going to do a damn thing. President Obama is scared to even say the word black. So for you guys that are looking for him to come out and, you know, speak for us, he hasn't done that in 8 years. When he does speak to the black community, he's lecturing us, or he's telling us, oh, you gotta stop using all these excuses. You have to stop complaining. You have to get out there and you have to go after the American dream. So, you know, it's just, I don't see why people are, you know, expecting President Obama to do or say anything about black American issues, because he hasn't done that since he's been in office. It's up to us to get out here and really go after these people who are doing this to our children, to our family members. I mean, every time you look up, every time you cover the TV or you open a newspaper or you go online, you're hearing about another black American being gunned down unjustly. And I'm tired of it. I know a lot of other people out here are tired of it. You know, we come out here, we try to, you know, give knowledge on how we can combat a lot of this stuff. But, you know, I mean, I've gotten to the point now, and for you guys that are, you know, friends with me on Facebook, I wrote this, you know. I'm getting to the point now, you know, we have to start practicing our gun laws, our cover and concealment laws, because it's time that, you know, we start strapping up and having the mindset that if anybody, any police officer insults us, puts their hands on us, we're going to take their ass out, just like they're trying to take us out. The days of, you know, us turning the other cheek or just praying, those days are over. And every time we turn on the TV or we open any type of news forum, we're hearing about this. And I've said before, and I'm dead honest about this. If somebody touches someone in my family, I'm taking your ass out. I'm at the gun range at least once or twice a week. I own firearms. And if anybody comes into my house unwanted, or you put your hands on me unjustly, or anybody in my family gets hurt, I am coming after your ass. And I think it's time that us as black Americans, we start adapting this mindset. You know, it's time for us to use different tactics and really come together, whether we agree with each other or not on a lot of things. It's time for us to come together, start unifying and combating this, because it's our children, our fathers, who I've said before are the leaders and the warriors of our community. They are the ones getting gunned down. And I was reading something earlier, you know, they were talking about Al Sharpton, and they were saying that he won't be attending the funeral because the family basically told him to stay away because they don't want the chaos and, you know, I guess the media forms and everything that I guess they think Al Sharpton will bring. Because, you know, we know Al Sharpton, you know, when things like this happen, you know, he's, you know, on the podium speaking for the family, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And I do have respect for what Al Sharpton tried to do. I don't always agree with him. You know, there's been questionable behavior over the last couple of years from Al Sharpton, but I do give him some credit for being out there and putting his name on the line, you know, and trying to push justice for our people. But, you know, the family basically said they don't want him around. You know, they want I guess they want peace. And you have to respect that as a family. They don't want Al Sharpton around. It is what it is. But I'm just getting tired of hearing this. You know, I'm tired of watching black Americans get gunned down. I'm tired of people saying we just gotta pray and we just gotta move along, or you know, we have to submit to society or conform in order to survive. That's bullshit. Because for, you know, a lot of people, just like going back to the Isaiah Washington thing. I don't mean to, you know, put him into this video, but that what his comments relate somewhat to this. You never hear white people saying, asking what they can do to combat racism. You never see a wide source of white people coming out here fighting for our justice. But it seems like we have black folks out here that want to tell everybody else, tell people within the black community that we need to conform, or we need to adapt, or we need to do this in order to survive. And we shouldn't have to go through that to survive in a country that we build. But that's all I gotta say, you know. I mean, I'm tired of this shit, day in and day out, you know, and it's sad because, I mean, you know, black men, we got so much coming against us every single day, man. You know, whether it's the, you know, police department, prison industrial complex, being pushed out of the job market. You know, whether it's, you know, certain issues that go on within our community. I mean, we got so much that's trying to take us out and pull us away from our families. And I mean, they're shooting us down left and right. And if this is not a wake-up call that we need to take different steps to combating this, then I don't know what is. But I'm out. You know, my condolences go out to Walter Scott's family. And I hope that family is trying to stay up. I read something that I believe the funeral is this weekend. So, you know what I mean? My condolences go out to the family. But, you know, we got to do something about this. And we got to do something fast. Before, like I said before, whether it's going to be your son, your father, your mother, somebody that you love that's going to be involved in this. But I'm out.